people, by the people, and for the people. And to achieve this, elections must be conducted. And there's a body saddled with the responsibilities of conducting election. And in Nigeria is the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC. And today we'll be looking at INEC's preparation for the forthcoming elections. Good morning and welcome. Your Saturday morning tonic is here. Morning Safari. I am Amina Yusuf. And you know, as we do it on Morning Safari, we have other complimentary segment apart from the discussion segment, well spiced up for your viewing delight. Stay glued to your TV set and you'll be glad you did. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back.
Morning Safari, your breakfast Saturday morning magazine show, is available for your patronage. From all shades of opinion to exciting and exclusive interview of personalities, corporate bodies and organizations for your business and social engagement, event coverage, product launch and rebranding, annual general meetings, we are at your beck and call. You can as well advertise and promote your business, commercial activities, hotel and tourism, entrepreneurship development, and many more are all at our services. Contact us today. The numbers to call are Bola 080-565-30106, Tony 080-349-71969, or visit us at our office, NTA ILORIN, along Fatih Road, Ilorin. You can log on to our social streaming platform live on www.facebook.com/NTA ILORIN. Morning Safari, we serve you better.
Now to the newspaper segment, and with me I have The Nation, Saturday Vanguard, Saturday Punch, and The Guardian. Starting with The Nation. Above the masthead, PDP suspends Nnamani, Fayoshe's son, others for anti-party activities, sacks Ekiti State Executive Committee. The detail is on page 2. CBN to fine banks ₦1 million per day for not picking new Naira notes. Insist on January 31st as deadline to release more new notes. Currency weakened by inflation and redesign, says NESG. The details is on page 7. Below the masthead, corruption claims. Kiyamo drags Atiku, ICPC, EFCC, CCB to court. The details is on page 4. A sad one here, tears as priest burnt by terrorists is buried in Niger. The detail is on page 2. Buhari set for 2-day visit to Lagos next week. The detail is on page 29. Census hold March 29 to April 2nd. The detail is on page 7. And the picture story here of APC presidential candidate Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu and PDP vice presidential candidate Governor Ifeanyi Okowa at the meeting with presidential candidates, INEC and civil society organizations in Abuja yesterday. The detail is on page 4. Confusion over price hike as fuel scarcity bites harder in Lagos, others. Marketers adjust pump price to 195 in Abuja, 185 Naira in Lagos. No increase in petrol pump price. IPAN says supply has dropped by 40%. And at the back of The Nation, Shegu Ayobolu eliminations, BOS organized to Labour 2023. Deafening noise from the stadia. If you have interest in any of these headlines, you get The Nation. And now to Saturday Vanguard. Beside the nameplate, above the nameplate, Wike approves use of stadium for Atiku's campaign rally, waives 5 million Naira fine. Page 7 is where you get the detail. Federal government denies hiking petrol pump price as scarcity persists. The detail is on page 7. And below the masthead, Nigerian football is corrupt, roughing Peter side. NFF election was a crime scene. The detail is on page 11. Corruption allegation. Kiyamo seeks court order for Atiku's arrest and trial. The detail is on page 8. Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, the simplicity of a man who drove from Lagos to Burkina Faso in search of good soccer. The detail is on page 25. Afman, pop stars set Dakar on fire. The detail is on page 22. Bloody January, Nigeria loses 508 citizens to violence, accidents, others in 19 days. The detail is on page 10. And at the back of the Saturday Vanguard, it's all about sports. Super Eagles sets Europe on fire. If you have interest in any of these headlines, you get the Saturday Vanguard. And now to Saturday Punch. Beside the nameplate, banks battle pressure, CBN slashes new Naira allocation. The details are on pages 4 and 10. Below the masthead, Buhari unveils Lagos Seaport Rice Mill Monday. The details are on page 11. Wike Makinde confused, can't sway victory, says ex-APC spokesman. The detail is on page 10. Lagos Airport runway shut. The detail is on page 9. Confusion as federal government denies petrol price hike. Marketers seeks the regulation. Federal government won't increase fuel price secretly. Knows Nigerians' current challenges, says minister. Dealers say fuel can't be sold for 165 naira anymore. Insist federal government removing subsidy gradually. Lagos Abuja Suleja Depot ran out of petrol 3 weeks ago. NLC knocks government. The detail is on page 4. How I escaped Abacha's plan to kill me. Nosa Igebo. The details are on pages 24 and 25. My 30-year-old son uses diapers. Cross after NSAS shooting, says Lagos widow. The detail is on page 2. Politicians not behind my flashy lifestyle. The detail is on page 17. Kidnappers release Oshun abductees after 10 million naira ransom payment. The detail is on page 9. How celebrities forgo privacy, endure online attacks to enjoy stardom. The details are on pages 20 and 21. 148,000 uncollected passports won't be destroyed, says immigration. The details are on page 9. And at the back of the Saturday Punch, Joshua to announce opponents next week. If you have interest in any of these headlines, get the Saturday Punch. And now to the Guardian. Below the masthead, anxiety as kidnappers go on rampage nationwide. 6 people kidnapped in Nasarawa, Catholic catechist whisked in Kaduna, monarch wives 6 children among victims in Taraba, 15 abducted, 3 killed in Edo, Imo Council chairman shot, abducted with 2 friends, residents raised. We are now at the mercy of God. The detail is on page 2. Federal High Court vacates forfeiture order on Ekweremadu's properties. Supreme Court restores Akpabio as Akwa Ibom APC senatorial candidate. APC PDP bicker over expulsion at Port Harcourt rally. Diphtheria, NCDC places Nigerians on alert. And a picture story here of sleeping dangerously, some street kids taking a nap on the Oshodi rail line, Lagos yesterday. G5 governors confused, inconsequential, says Nabana. The detail is on page 4. Minutes of students' abduction and fear of post-traumatic stress disorder in victims. Sako die, stir it up with Bob Marley and the Wailers. Masculine dominance has engraved in mindset of African women, says Cynthia. And at the back of the Guardian, it's all about sports. And if you have interest in any of these headlines, get the Guardian. And many thanks to Olonyo Pepper Stand for his consistency in supplying us our dailies. Next on our lineup is fitness. Let's watch it.
morning, viewers. Welcome to the fitness segment on Morning Safari. I am Ajidedare Emmanuel. Today on the fitness segment, we will be looking at various exercises that you can do in order to make your lungs strong during this harmattan season. The first exercise is called cardiovascular exercise. If you know you can't do these exercises the way I'm doing it, you can actually take a walk or jog for a few minutes. And the second exercise to make our lungs stronger is core exercise, which we'll be doing the plank and sit-up. And the third exercise for today is a breathing exercise. So to do this, you lie down on your back, place your left hand on your chest, your right hand on your stomach, then you breathe in through your stomach and exhale through your mouth in 2 seconds. Alright viewers, that will be all for today on fitness segment on Morning Safari. I hope you've learned one of two things from what I just demonstrated for you. On this, Morning Safari continues.
And that was fitness. They educated us on the various exercise we need to do to ensure our lungs are strong. And now fitness links us to health. Yes, when you stay fit, you have a healthy life. So let's see what health segment have for us. Influenza, also called flu, is an acute viral infection of the upper or lower respiratory tract that is marked by fever, pain, chills, and a generalized feeling of weakness, together with varying degrees of soreness in the head and abdomen. Influenza is caused by viruses, and those viruses are categorized as types A, B, C, and D. Dr. Owolabi will be taking us through the various types and their peculiar or related symptoms, causes, and treatments.
Influenza called common flu. Well, it's caused by viruses. You know, these viruses are ubiquitous; they're everywhere, and these viruses can cause symptoms that can give us ill health. These symptoms can range from mild to severe. And it's important to know that yes, we have mild symptoms that can come from the cough, catarrh, but we can get to even severe ones that can lead to pneumonia, that can even lead to even death. So we have to be very careful. And therefore, that's why I would say that we need to start from prevention. How do you prevent getting influenza viruses? Because influenza viruses also, when you get in contact with the virus, 1 or 4 days after getting contact, the symptoms can start. And when the symptoms start, within 2 to 8 days, you are expected that this symptom should clear away on its own. But most times, if it doesn't clear by itself because of complications with bacterial infection, you need to go to see the doctor. You need to go to the hospital. Because most times now, if you go to the hospital, the normal cold influenza that we're saying can turn up to become pneumonia, become asthma, become even bronchitis. Now, we also know that it's better to also know that we should also prevent influenza this season, because from cough, from sneezing from somebody, it can be contagious. Somebody can pick it up because the viruses spread. Even from just a cough, it can spread all the viruses. So we should know that it's important at this season to talk about the nose cover, the face masks to cover your nose all the time. Of course, when you're coughing, or even you're not coughing, because of the seasonal thing that is happening now, the catarrh and cough is so common. So we should actually have our facial mask all the time. We should also, try and keep warmth at this period. Try and avoid the weather is too crowded. It's important at this season to prevent. But apart from prevention, treatment is important. At home, you start by taking warm water, steaming. Avoid cold drinks.
He further talked about seasonal flu, which happens once a year in every part of the world during winter or rainy season.
This seasonal flu is common with aged people, 60, 65 years and above. It's common with them. It's also common with people that their immune system is already compromised. That maybe people that are already having some illnesses before, and their immune system is compromised, like people with diabetes, people with cancer, all of those things that reduce the immune system in the body. And children, they are just building up their immune system, so it's very common with them. And it's important to know that when those kind of set of people are getting these symptoms, please don't stay at home. Please go to the hospital and make sure that they are being treated, because prevention and caring is better than cure, really. So that's it.
According to medical journal, flu is highly contagious and spreads through respiratory droplets. A person can pass it on while talking or through physical contact such as shaking hands. People infected are therefore advised to stay away from stuffy environments. The doctor has educated us on the causes of influenza, the causes, signs and symptoms, and possible cure. I call influenza the junior brother of COVID-19 because they have the same signs and symptoms. Yes, let's take our health seriously. In case you feel any strange things in your body, go see your doctor, because your health is your wealth. And don't sneeze near people because it's communicable. It's very easy for you to get influenza from every other person. So next on our lineup is the children's segment. The children should get excited at home. The continuation of the cartoon, Pulse of Fury, is there for you.
In a world where only cats were living, where the heroes ran in short supply, to a land so harsh and unforgiving, rode a hero, the blazing samurai. When one town was found to be in danger from the evildoers dropping by,
it's only in your mind.
And a little bit in my kimono.
Both of you get out of here.
What about you?
Don't worry about me. You have to get back to Kakamucho.
But we're a team.
No, I have to do this. And there is no team in I. But there is an I in Samurai.
You can't die! Our issues aren't resolved yet!
You saved my life, but you touched me. If that ever happens again, let me die, okay? Now, what is it?
The prisoner escaped.
You let the big cat out of the bag, didn't you? Of course you did. Right, okay. Now, someone is going to pay for this. I'm not saying who, but probably someone very, very stupid. Do you know what a scapegoat is, Ogar?
No, but if there's a goat around here, I will have him arrested immediately.
Brainless. Absolute. And that goes for all of you. Anyway, never mind. I already have another plan progressing nicely. A much bigger plan with even more deadly consequences.
My lord, pardon the intrusion.
What is it?
It's the Super Bowl. It's overflowing.
Oh, jiggle the handle! Jiggle the handle!
Where's everyone going? Emiko, what's going on? Emiko? Emiko!
Look at this. Have you read this?
No.
Well, would you read it to me?
Help wanted. Vicious killers for the destruction of Kakamucho. Prior criminal record a must. An equal opportunity employer. Can't you see this is just the last act of a desperate cat?
We don't care if it's the first act of Mamma Mia. We're leaving before that army gets here.
Right, how are we doing? Let's see. Cutthroats, good. Bounty hunters, desperados, biker gangs, excellent. Mugs, thugs, nitwits, dimwits, mobsters, muggers, bushwhackers, hornswogglers, serial killers, studio...
That was the cartoon for our kids at home, and I hope they enjoyed it. Don't worry, the continuation will be next week. Just stay glued to us. And it's now time for our discussion segment. But before you meet my guest, let's take a background report on the topic.
As politicians move their train in their numbers to the nooks and crannies of Nigeria, with the view of selling their party's manifestos to Nigerians, attest to the fact that 2023 general elections approaches and electioneering activities is in top gear. The story is not different in Kwara State, following the attendance of thousands of Kwarans seen in on campaign and rally organized by different parties. However, one would imagine how well those individuals are prepared for the forthcoming elections.
That's why I came to collect my PVC, and I've collected it, so we are preparing for the election.
I'm fully prepared for forthcoming election. As a good Nigerians, you need to support the government, INEC, in order to enhance good governance.
I'm very well prepared, and I'm hoping that God give us a very good leader in this country, that at least living for people will become easy, less stress, and people can have a good livelihood.
Security of lives and property is one of the primary aims of any government, and these need to be strengthened more than ever if we must ensure free and fair of transition of government. What is the level of our preparedness in the state for 2023 elections?
Actually, we We have started the preparation for the 2023 election immediately after 2019 election, because we know definitely we're going to have an election in 2023. And the Inspector General of Police, Alhaji Usman Akali Baba, CFR, has initiated a lot of strategy that will make the election of 2023 even better than the one of 2019. In Kwara State, we've taken a batch of vehicles, and we're still expecting some that will be coming up both from the federal government and the support of the state government, just to ensure that the mobility problem is not hampering the election in any way. As of today, the commander provided security cover for all INEC offices across the length and breadth of Kwara State. If you get to the state secretariat, you see a lot of policemen and other security forces there providing security for them, materials from INEC headquarters, and all the beavers and the rest of them that are needed, the ones that have arrived, the CP has gone there to see it and to ensure that adequate security are provided for them.
We must first commend, because INEC has come up with a timetable about maybe 2 years ago, and these timelines that they've drawn for the political parties, they've been executing these timelines, and any few extensions that have come have largely been at the request of the parties for maybe one or two reasons. You also note that this is the first time we're having quite a very long period after which candidates have emerged, and this is just to improve the efficiency of INEC and to enable the parties really put up a very good structure for campaigning and getting things done. So far so good. INEC has demonstrated the capacity and capability. The timeline was well drawn out. They followed the laid down guidelines, and they've ensured that the parties also align and go along with whatever they've set. I believe also that government will provide the adequate funding for INEC to be able to get through this timeline and these procedures.
It is the expectation of Kwarans in particular and Nigerians in general that the conduct of elections will meet minimal international standard.
That was the background report on the topic INEC's preparation for the forthcoming election. And I have my guest here seated on the studio. And he is Malam Garba Atahiru Madani. He is the resident electoral commissioner in Kwara State. Good morning and welcome to Morning Safari.
So it's my pleasure.
Yes, I'm glad to have you here.
Thank you so much.
All right, before we go into the preparation of INEC and everything, let's start a question, because maybe our viewer at home might not even know the duties of INEC. I want you to briefly educate them on the duties of INEC.
The duty of INEC is so many.
Okay.
But the bottom line is that INEC is saddled with the responsibility of conducting election in Nigeria.
Okay.
And our duty is to, as much as possible, for it to be free, fair, credible, transparent, and peaceful.
Elections.
And another, of course, sub-functions is to register political parties, because the political parties are the main actors.
Yes.
And then to invite in stakeholders to ensure that the election goes international wise. And not only that, it follows the international standards of election. That's just in summary.
All right. Let's start with the continuous voters registration. How is it so far?
Before we go into the 2023 election, I want to give the viewers the statistics of the number of registered voters we had, the number of PVC collected we had before the 2019 election. Thank God I was the President Electoral Commissioner during the 2019 election. I was posted to Kwara in July 25th, 2018, and I had 3 elections. Now let's look at the number of registered voters before 2019 election. In Kwara we had 1,407,400, and the PVC collected before the election was 1,149,969. Now, when we now started our continuous voters registration for 2023 election, that was on the 21st of 28th of June 2021 to July 31st 2022. At the end of the registration, we had 330 401 of completed registration. The valid registration was 287,393. And then the invalid, and that, I repeat the word, invalid, which means those that did double registration or multiple registration, who will never get their PVC. Because some of us will go to the PVC collection center and say, Oga, I say my PVC is not around, it's not available. The reason is, if you have done double or multiple registration, you can never get your PVC. It only goes to show that what you will have done at that time was to transfer from your new old station to your new station, which you didn't do. Instead, you went and registered a second time or a third time. Or some political parties have influenced you to go and register more so that you can vote multiple times, which is not going to be possible in 2023 election. It's impossible. So you have done double registration. Again, which is also an electoral offense. Because if you do that, double registration, multiple registration attracts a fine of 1 million naira, or you go to jail for 1 year. If you have a tough judge like me, if I'm a judge, I will fine 1 million and you go to jail for 1 year.
Okay.
But if you have a judge that pities, you slow it down for you. You say pay 1 million or go to jail for 1 year. So this is the reason why some people might not get their PVC. And just 3 days ago, I was watching on television, Yaga Africa, Otodo, one of the respected partners of INEC, asking INEC to please publish the names of those that did invalid registration. And the figure in the whole country is 2,780,756. In Kwara here, the invalid registration is just 43,008. And I want to praise the press, the media, my voters education, and my staff for doing a wonderful job, because we were second to the last at the bottom. We are the least invalid, which means we have done a lot of good job educating the registered voters in Kwara not to do double registration. In fact, the area of what do you call them, teenage registration, underage in Kwara is highly insignificant. And when we were sharing ideas with my fellow Reds, and I told him, I said, what I did in Kwara was just simple, to stop underage voting registration. I went on air and I told the parents, I said, if any of your child is underage, and you know he's underage and is caught, it's not the child I'm going to carry to jail, it's you, the parents. And everybody stopped. So some of the boys that were underage, I took them on the line, brought them to my office, asked to video them, and I said, see, you are saying but these are underage. I've been dealing with children all my life. I was a lecturer for about 30-something years. I deal with the youth sports for another 30 years of my life. So when I know them, and that stopped in Kwara. So we have minimum. So these are the statistics that we have for now. And then presently, like I said, we have passed the stage of CBR. We are at the stage of PVC collection.
All right. Okay. You passed, you've done the registration and everything.
Yes.
You know the voters need their PVCs so that they can vote. So how has the collection of PVC been?
At the beginning of the year, it was not too good enough. But immediately we were asked to move to the ward. Oh, excellent. In fact, I'm so happy with the PVC collection in Kwara. As at 15th of January this year, we have only 340,306 PVC to be collected. Unlike at the beginning of the year, January 1st, we had over 600 and something.
Okay,
So, and then of course the collection will still continue and ends at the ward by this Sunday. So that figure, 340,000, will go down. This is for the entire state. And I have breakdown of it, local government by local government, starting from Asa, which is A, to the last, which is Patigi, which is because we have our things alphabetically. So the PVC collection, I'm so happy about it. It's
it has been impressive.
Very, very impressive in Kwara. Very, very. It started slowly, but gradually to the ward. But you know the ward is going to end this Sunday.
Yes.
And then we'll now move back to the local government. Yes. We'll now move back to the local government. Before the end of the PVC collection. Now, it will interest the viewers and the public and the voters to know what will happen if at the end of 29th of January there is still PVC yet to be collected. What will happen to the PVC? Simple answer.
Okay.
What I normally do and what I did in 2019 is I will take the balance of the PVC local government by local government, we'll count it, document it, we'll take it to CBN in front of the press, the whole press in Kwara, in front of the whole political parties, in front of the security parties. Okay, witness me, this is CBN. We're not going to use the to do any chuku manipulation.
That's good. Okay.
That gives you more confidence. Even as the rec, the people who believe in you more, that you are going to be neutral and transparent. So that's what we do.
Okay, let's go to the bimodal voter accreditation system.
Wow, that is the game changer.
Yeah, it is the game changer. It's new in this election. That's why you've tested it in some states.
Good.
So how sure are you it's going to be?
We tested in Anambra and it was 92%.
92. Ooh.
Then we now moved to Ekiti. It was 96%.
Okay.
Then we now moved to Eshu. It was 98%. So 2%.
2%. So you're thinking 2023 presidential election, you're going to get it 100%?
We may not get 100 because 100% is only God.
Okay, so 99.
But 99.5.
Okay, all right.
0.99999.
All right. Okay.
Now, the bimodal accreditation system, what it means basically is that accreditation for 2023 election will be by technology.
Yes, okay.
And it's electronic.
Okay.
So therefore, your fingerprints, that's why it's called bimodal, will be checked.
Okay.
If it's okay, your face is okay. If your fingerprint does not match, but your face matches, fine, you'll be allowed to vote. If your fingerprint does not match and your face does not match, they will try 3 times. After 3 times, if it does not match, you cannot vote. And INEC is protected by our Electoral Act. The Electoral Act says if you cannot match the fingerprint and match the facial, you cannot vote. So we are protected. You cannot vote. We just ask you to walk away. Now, if you don't even have your PVC in Kwara here, and you approach the polling unit, I'll order the police commissioner to arrest you because that's an electoral offense. You must first and foremost hold your PVC to be allowed to even go near and think of voting. That is why you cannot collect your PVC by proxy. So it's for my sister. No, it's not allowed. The person has to collect by himself. And the PVC is your power. Without PVC, you cannot vote. There have been some media, what do you call them, this social media report that if you don't have your PVC, all what you need is to go and confirm your name in the registrar. Fake news, over fake news.
Social media.
Over fake news. Now, why again we have so much confidence in the beavers is that there is no way you can do overvoting. There is no way. Because you have to first go through what? Accreditation through the beavers. And the beaver will record it. So now, if, for example, how you can get overvoting is that if you do accreditation facially, it didn't work. Fingerprint, it didn't work. And then they said you should go and vote. That is the presiding officer now asks you to go and vote without electronic accreditation. Number one, you will now get overvoting. Then the political parties, 17 in Kwara, we don't have good party. The result of that polling unit is 0. I will order the officers there to give all the political parties their 0 for overvoting.
Okay.
You can see because of one mistake, assuming that you have 700 voters at the polling unit that did with their PVC, and then you have 101, which one person
has
cut short. He didn't go through the bimodal BBVAS, and you allow him to vote. Now the whole political party will be punished. So that is why I'm calling on the political parties, agents that are at the polling unit, to be vigilant.
Okay.
If they are not vigilant, then overvoting can occur. And if overvoting occur, the political parties, all of them will be punished for an offense of maybe one person. Now, even the presiding officer that allow that person to go and do overvoting will be charged to court for an electoral offense. She will pay, or he or she will pay 100,000 or go to jail for 1 year. The person that went and do overvoting too will also. That is why the Electoral Act signed by President Buhari is the best gift Buhari has ever given to this country. It's the best gift. It is a protection of the electoral process, the integrity of the electoral process. It makes our job as regs very easy. Because there are rules, there are regulations. When you don't disobey it, you are penalized. I was very happy when the Senate resumed, was it last week? And they were saying one of the first things they will do is to look to the bill of the establishment of Electoral Offences Commission. Because all this offense or commission, if we are to pass it through the normal judiciary, it will delay, it will take time. So they want to establish a commission that will deal with purely electoral offense. If you are caught, they take you, they have their judges, they have their lawyer, they have their prosecutor, they will punish you straight. So again, when you contravene the law and you are punished, everybody will now sit up. So you can see how the law has made things right. And make beavers very easy. I want to tell the Kwarans, can everybody listen to me today? For INEC, in INEC does a lot of things that they look ahead. I, for example, I have worked in Nigeria, I have worked with international organizations for 8 years. So I have worked with the whites, I have worked with the black, I have worked with my brother, so I know how it is. INEC, as far as I'm concerned, is the best Nigerian agency in terms of being proactive, in terms of being sincere with our work, in terms of new innovation and creativity. You see these beavers. Just yesterday, I was on the visual meeting with my fellow regs and the commission, and they sent us a letter that we are going to have what is called mock accreditation. So we are asked to pick 6 local government each, senatorially. And I picked, I think, Asa and Ilorin West that have large numbers. And we picked Ekiti and Repodu. And then we picked Moro and Patigi for the mock exam. That mock accreditation is to test our beavers before the election. So that if we are going to have challenges, we'll correct it before the election. So that we can almost have, like I told you, 99.9999. So what will eliminate all those chances?
All those chances. Yes. Okay, can you talk to us about the Electoral Act?
The Electoral Act, I have said it, it has protected our 2023 election. And I want to boast here. I want to boast here. 2023 election will be the best election ever conducted by INEC in this country. Quote me. Go and write it down.
All right.
Write it down. After election,
it's written. Okay, it's written.
It's going to be the best.
Okay, it's written.
Because of that Electoral Act. Signed by the president. It has killed rigging, no rigging. It has killed electoral violence to the minimum. There is no chuku-chuku or uru. It's gone.
It's gone, okay.
It's gone. That is why the use of technology signed by the Electoral Act. You remember that, if you recall back, the Senate, House of Reps, they were pushing each other. They don't want us to use electronic. But at the end of the day, God made it possible.
Okay.
So I think that is the beauty of the electoral process. We continue to protect the electoral process, and it's going to be one step by the other. One of my friends called me and said, Garaba, when am I going to start sitting at my home to vote? I said, we'll get there.
We'll get there gradually.
Step by step, step by step. I said, when you born a child, it doesn't start running.
At all.
You first sit down before crawling. So we are doing it.
Gradually.
All
right, with this preparation, because I think we are behind time. Briefly, I want you to speak to our viewer and ensure them that we are going to have a free and fair election.
Yeah. In Kwara here, we did it in 2019.
Okay.
And in 2019, our election in Kwara, because I give it to the Kwarans, was regarded the best in the country in 2019. Why? Because it was free, fair, credible, and transparent. 2, it was peaceful. There was no violence in any of the polling units in Kwara. And the most important one is that the election was never challenged in any tribunal or court of law.
That's good.
After Kwara was Jigawa, because they rated us. And this rating was done by international observers, domestic observers, the INEC himself, and the general public. So, if 2019 were the best, what should we go for? The best of the best.
That's going to
so
be beautiful.
That I'm assuring them.
All right.
And in terms of peace, the security agencies are there. And I want to do something very unique by next week. I want to pay homage to the Emir of Ilorin. And I remember during the Salah period, even though I was in Mina, my state, I was monitoring what was happening in Ilorin because of politics. And I was told that the Emir of Ilorin was able to doom the tension within political parties and said, look, we shouldn't use our Salah period to practice something. So I want to go to him as our father, to plead with him, to talk to other emirs or districts heads and so on, call them and call the political parties and those people contesting for election and talk to them. Let us do this thing peacefully. At the end of the election, Kwara will still exist.
So ensuring
Kwara is still
free and fair.
Yes, Kwara is going to be a state of harmony. So let us do things harmoniously. Let's lead by example.
All right.
Thank you. So I'm assuring everybody it will be free, fair, peaceful, and credible.
Thank you.
All of us will be happy at the end of the day.
Thank you very much. I've been speaking with the REC Malam Garba Atai Romadani. You've heard him. It's going to be a free and fair election. So go get your PVCs and vote your desired candidate. Thank you for coming to Morning.
It's my pleasure. When are you inviting me again?
Okay, you want to come? We'll invite you very soon.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
All right, next one on lineup is entertainment. Let's see what we have from the entertainment world.
I can't take your pain away, but I can make you feel better. If you stay another day, we can do it together. From sundown to sunup, we go walk together. We go do forever. From sundown to sunup, we go walk together. We go do together. Yeah. Baby, wait for me. Yeah. Would you stay with me? Yeah. No regrets, baby. Like a soldier, would you fight for me? Baby, wait for me. Rock my body, you shall not let you. Would you stay with me? No regrets, baby. Like a soldier, would you fight for me? Cause I'm always on time, baby. In the night, in the day, I give you my life, baby. My love is yours. Give it to you, no be joke. Baby, now you that for sure. It took up. My love is yours. Give it to you, no be joke. Baby, now you that for sure. One lay bow. One remove. You want it, call up on me, yo. Make we stop the fight, oh, low. One lay, can't take your pain away, but I can make you feel better. If you stay another day, yeah, we can do it together. From sundown to sundown, we go walk the walk together. We go do the do forever. From sundown to sundown, we go walk the walk together. We go do the do together. Yeah. Baby, wait for me. Yeah. Would you stay with me? Yeah. No regrets, baby. Like a soldier, would you fight for me? Baby, wait for me. Inshallah, yeah. Would you stay?
Hello, welcome to the entertainment segment on Morning Safari, your morning tonic on the Nigerian Television Authority, NTA. I am Monsurat Abisoye. Yes, today I'm here with yet another interesting packaged gist from the world of entertainment. But before I start dishing it out, I have to follow the protocols. I'll be going on a short break now to be back in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. It's still entertainment segment on Morning Safari. And now to my gist. To the first gist with me today, where are the Wizkid and Davido fans? Wizkid announces joint tour with Davido. Nigerian fans might be getting their wish of seeing Davido and Wizkid perform together on the same stage, as Wizkid took to his Instagram page to make a shocking announcement that it would be going on a tour with fellow megastar Davido. In the post on his Instagram story, Wizkid stated that after More Love Less Ego tour, Davido and I will be going on a tour. Save your coins. I know one year Pim. The announcement comes as a surprise as fans never saw it coming. It could be recalled that Wizkid postponed the release of his fifth album, More Love Less Ego, following the loss of Davido's son. The gesture was applauded by fans who admired the show of respect and support. Yes, we are the Wizkid FC, and the 30BG FC is about to be a hit, and it's going to be historic. I believe this is going to put an ultimate end to their long-time beef. And to the next in line, why I returned to my father's religion, Funke Akindele's ex-husband spills. Award-winning filmmaker and former rapper Abdulrasheed Bello, popularly known as JJC Skills, has announced his return to Islam, his father's religion. The ex-husband of actress Funke Akindele made this known on his Instagram page. JJC Skills, in an interview with an Islamic online platform, said he was originally born into an Islamic family, but he never practiced it as he chose to follow the faith of his mother. Abdulrasheed said it was a design of God that he would finally embrace Islam, and he's so happy because it has given him peace. He further revealed that he was lost but now has been found. While pleading God a pardon, he prayed for his creator to veil his weaknesses and set at ease his dismay. Wow. I say amen to all your prayers, and I welcome you to Islam. And to the last gist for today, please manage this. Tunde Ednut pleads as he marks his 37th birthday in style. The former singer turned blogger Tunde Olaoluwa Adekunle, popularly known as Tunde Ednut, is celebrating his 37th birthday, and he took to his Instagram page to share throwback photos of him while noting that he is not the type to take new pictures. According to him, he doesn't take pictures often, so his fans should bear with him. Top celebrities have taken their time to celebrate with him, as the popular businessman Obi Kubana and the famous singer P-Square donated 7 cows in celebration of his birthday. Oh yes, he don later set. I don later get where to spend my weekend. You see that cow meat, I must not have the carryover. And if you want to join me, kindly notify me, okay? Anyways, happy birthday to Mufasa. Life worth celebrating and no age is small. And with this, I draw the curtain for today on entertainment segment. I believe you enjoyed yourself as much as I did. And to the sports lovers, the next segment is well packaged for your enjoyment. Bye for now.
Welcome to the sports segment on Morning Safari. I am Olalekan Ajibola. English Premier League side Nottingham Forest's ambition of staying in the top flight has been dealt with a heavy blow after confirming Nigerian international Taiwo Awoniyi will be out for months due to injury. Taiwo Awoniyi may be out for close to 8 weeks with a groin injury he suffered against Southampton, leading his side to a 1-0 victory. Awoniyi signed for the Reds in the summer for €17.5 million from Union Berlin. The 25-year-old started living the dream of his life in Europe top flight as his goal at St. Mary's Stadium was the 5th in all competition. Al Nassr star Cristiano Ronaldo has expressed joy after his debut in the Saudi All-Stars exhibition match against France club Paris Saint-Germain on Thursday night. The 5-time Ballon d'Or winner, who took to his social media to express his excitement playing competitively again, said he was happy to be back on the pitch. Ronaldo scored a brace for the Saudi-led team after he recovered from a punch on the face. He also won the Man of the Match award for the game. Real Madrid produced a stunning comeback from 2 goals down to beat Villarreal 3-2 on Thursday and booked their place in the Spanish Cup quarter-final. Carlo Ancelotti's Madrid side will hope the victory is a turning point after being beaten by close rival Barcelona in the Spanish Cup final last Sunday. That's all on sport on Morning Safari.
And on that sporting note, I say enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.